it's Cindy with Cindy Lifestyle and More. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Cindy. I'm 64 and I live here in Central Coast, California, and I welcome all of you. Today we're going to talk about summer. We're going to talk about how to get our body of our skin ready for summer. How to exfoliate so our moisturizers go on better. If you happen to use a self-tanning product, it goes on smoothly. How to prepare to wear your shorts and your bathing suits, and just have smoother, softer, polished skin. And we always think about our skincare for our face to keep it looking young, keep it looking healthy, keeping the pores look smaller. But sometimes we do forget our body. And I was thinking about it the other day. I noticed that I've had some dry patchiness on the back of my back. And I thought, you know what? I'm not hitting those areas with the moisturizer. Maybe I need to exfoliate more in that area. And I decided, you know what? Maybe I should just talk about the whole body care line. And normally when we have some dryness, we always get them in the knees, the elbows, sometimes on the thighs of our legs. And we start noticing some dryness and some itchiness on our body. And that basically is telling me that I've got some dry areas. So I want to talk about what I've been doing and what I've done in the past, and also how I like to prepare my body for summertime so my skin looks more smooth and polished and more moisturized. My moisturizers go on better. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, long time ago, people would use this with the soap and they would scrub the back and their elbows. So about 10 years ago, they started, it's called dry brush, which means you would use a brush. This is for your body. And there would be bristles. This is a little bit softer than a bristle. And I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And the reason why I bought this one, because I don't really need abrasive scrub, because my skin is not real dry, because I do keep up with it with body scrubs. But I thought about this is because since I had my surgery on my knee, I know that in time it's going to have a scar, and I need to keep working around my knee area to exfoliate so the scar won't be as noticeable. The doctor did tell me that I need to use a little scrub because it's going to flake a little bit. But I also thought, you know what? I need to get started doing this again. And that gave me an idea about this. Okay, so this I got at the Dollar Tree, and it's just a real soft bristle. It's not a real hard bristle. And what I do in the morning before I jump in the shower, I've started on my feet, and I work all the way up to my neck, so on my body. So I start on my knees, my legs, and my back, and my arms. And what I'm doing is I'm sloughing up those dead skin cells, preparing it before I jump in the shower. And I've noticed that since I start doing that again, my skin is looking smoother and softer and more polished. I really feel that way. And that's not even using my scrub yet. So I have been using this. I had to let it dry for a little bit, and I let it hang. I have a little, Greg put a little, like a little clip, and I let it hang. I got my shower cap. I've got my, let's see, I have this up there like that. I got my little sponge. So I have all my bathroom, they hang up there, so I can use them while I take my shower. And this is one of them that I used. If you don't want to use something, now if you don't want to do something like that, the other thing you can use are these exfoliating gloves. I bought these at the Dollar Tree as well, but you can find these anywhere, and they come in a little set. Now, the only thing with this, when I have a fresh manicure, I don't use this. I don't put my fingers in there. I let it dry for a couple of days before I use this, but I love these. This is another alternative. I usually get my soap and put it on my body, and then I use this to exfoliate all my dead skin cells. And I just feel like I got them on both hands. I get a good lather, and I use it on my legs and my arms and my stomach and the back. And I started noticing when I'm doing all these things that I don't have those dry patchiness, and I'm focusing on that. So these are great too. And again, I got these at the Dollar Tree. You know, if they last a couple of months, they're throwaway, I can buy another one. So I use this in the morning before I jump in the shower on a dry skin. Okay, I used to use it with my shower gel, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm using it on a dry skin to kind of prep the skin cells of any dead skin cells to the surface. I feel that way. And then I'll use this to take a shower with, okay? And then the other thing that I went to repurchase it is I went to get the Tree Hunt Moroccan Rose Shea Sugar Scrub. And oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, it's heaven. Now, the only thing with this, you got to make sure your body is wet. You take this and then you go ahead and use it on your body like an exfoliating scrub. You do have to be careful in the shower, you know, that you don't slip. I have to be careful with myself as well. But this is, I always have a body scrub. And I do like this type. It's in a plastic. I used to get them in a tube. Sometimes it's hard to find, but I like a little scent to it. I like a clean smell, and I like to jump in the shower, body scrub first, rinse, and then I normally take my shower, and sometimes I would be using this as well. So that's, you know, I like using different things. Sometimes I do them all. I'll do the brush, the dry brush. And this I'll take a shower with, plus I'll be using this as well when I really want a really smooth look for the summer and spring season. And I also feel that I get a lot of buildup of dead skin cells from winter because, you know, we're covering our bodies, we got coats on, we're moisturizing, but we're not really worrying about the summertime, you know, worrying about shorts and all that because it's winter. So I feel like we get a little bit of more dryness during that time, and I just want to remove it. The other thing that I use is these little scrubbies. Now, this cost, I believe, was $7.95 on it. It suds and polishes. So here's your scrub, okay? You put it in the shower and it's going to get wet and it's going to have a little lather to it. And pretend this is my feet. I get my heels, in between my toes, above my feet, and I feel like it gives me a really smooth, polished little pedicure. And then I flip it over and then it polishes it. And I do that both on my feet, and it's in my shower. And it's with shea butter and tea tree oil. And it says right here, it contains shea butter and tea tree oil known for their nourishing and soothing properties. Benefits: cleanses, exfoliates, massages, and moisturizes. It may help reduce calluses with continuous use. This side is your exfoliant. You use the texture side to exfoliate away dead skin cells. And then this side here, you cleanse and use this smooth side to massage and cleanse your feet. And it says right here in directions, you thoroughly wet the sponge, squeeze to form a creamy lather, like I said, exfoliates and massages all over your feet to reveal soft, supple skin. After use, squeeze out the excess water and store in a dry area. And I love it. Now, I think back in the day when I used to buy this, they used to come in two. They only come in one. And I had to order this from Walmart. My Walmart store did not have these in stock, so I had to order it. But this is what it looks like, and it smells really, really clean. And during the summertime, you know, when you are wearing your sandals, I feel that when you're using something like this in between your pedicures, or if you don't do a pedicure, this keeps your heels softer, smoother, and then your moisturizers go better on your feet. But you know, maybe you can get a little cuticle stick and push back your cuticles. And then when you come out, you know, maybe file your toenails straight and clip them, toenails straight, clip, you know, file them down a little bit and put a little bit of polish on them. If you don't get pedicures, these are other ways that you can give your feet more of a pedicure look because they're going to look nice, right? Let's see. The other thing, and I bought this in Backstage at Macy's. One of these in my shower finally gave out. It's a texture foot file. It's got the file here. That is great to be used under the balls of your feet, on your calluses. And then this one here, if you have really, really bad calluses, sometimes it happens to me. This is a little bit harder surface, but I usually use this side. Now, I went to buy the Dollar Tree. I just need a little flexible one, and they didn't have any. They had a wooden handle, and I didn't want to use that. So I found this at Backstage. And it tells you right here, I got this for $3.99. As Backstage is at Macy's, but you can find a lot of these anywhere. And again, it's got the little holes, so I let it hang up for it to dry. And it shows you right here for smooth, beautiful feet, right there. It's a double-sided texture foot file. It removes callus with the coarse side, smooth the surface with the fine side. Luxurious spa quality. And, just read your directions. It will tell you exactly how to use them. Directions. Soak your feet in warm water until your skin is soft. And then you gently scrape rough skin with the raised texture side. And then you're going to smooth your skin with the fine file side. You finish with your favorite moisturizer, rinse, and dry paddle after each use. So the directions is exactly on there, and it tells you exactly how to use them and to be gentle on your feet. I use all this on my feet. I use the scrubs for my body. I use the little gloves for the exfoliation for my body. I use the body brush for my body as I'm dry before I jump in the shower. So I use a lot of these products for my body and my feet. As far as moisturizers, I've been using this SPASCRIPTIONS Toning Retinol Body Lotion. It's smooth, it strengthens, and softens. It's got shea butter with vitamins A, C, and E, and it helps firm and tighten the skin. Instantly hydrates all day, non-greasy formula. And I got this at Macy's Backstage. I've seen them in different places. It has the retinol body lotion. It's a toning retinol body lotion. And I think it was $6.99. So it's a big liter size. I use this every day after I shower and including before I go to bed. And the other thing I liked about it is pH balance, alcohol-free, paraben-free, not tested on animals, and it's for all skin types. So I've been very, very happy with that. The other thing I've been using is the Cake Naturally Luxe Beauty Heavy Cream Body Balm. It's rich vanilla, shea butter, deeply nourishing, totally to die for, smoothing body butter balm, and it smells like cake batter. And it's cruelty-free, and it is created in, I guess, from, let's see, Canada. So it's created in Canada. And I've been using this, but the only thing that I have to say about this, it's very hard to come out. It's very thick. They do have a body lotion. I'm going to try that one next when I order it. But I have to admit, this is wonderful. My skin feels soft, but it's hard to get out. And you got to squeeze really hard. And I'm going to try their lotion next time. But you can use almost your favorite moisturizer. I also use, fragrance moisturizers. It's whatever you want to use. The other thing I've been using is the SHISEIDO. Now, I have a really hard time using sunscreen on my face and on my body. And I have a hard time with the smell. I don't like the smell of the sunscreen. So I've been trying some different sunscreen for my body, and I've been using this one. It's called SHISEIDO Ultimate Sun Protector Spray SPF 40, and it is a water resistant, and I like to use this on my body. I let it dry, and then I moisturize. There's going to be a couple of more items I'm going to try because I still smell that little sunscreen in it. And I get the allergies and I start sneezing. But I'm not saying that this is not good. The point I like about it, it's not real sunscreen. It doesn't have that powerful smell where you can smell like you're at the beach. It's a subtle fragrance, but I still smell it, and maybe it's just me, but I have been using this, and so far I've been happy with it. But I have not used it on my face because most sunscreen, SPF on my face, I break out. So I've been using my Moisture Surge from Clinique with a 30 SPF on my face, and it's a tinted like a CC BB cream, and then I apply my my foundation over that. Same time, I have a 30 SPF sunscreen or a 15 sunscreen in my moisturizers because I start to break out. But he did want to make sure that I got a sunblock on my body since I had carcinoma on my knee. So I'm really, really making sure I'm taking care of myself while I'm out in the sun. So I've been using that. The other thing I've been using, so I do like to use, it's a Mary Kay, it's like their little Clear Sonic, and I used to have a Clear Sonic, but they're hard to find now. So I still like them, but I don't use it on my face. I use it on my neck and my décolletage, right in the area here. And sometimes I use it above my hands to give a little exfoliate and cleanse nicely when I'm in the shower. I've been using, I'm going to show you what I've been using. I found these at Walmart, and they call Lil'SCRUBBIES, and they're facial cleansing pads. I found these, I used to use these a long time ago. And Greg and I, my husband, we were at Walmart, and I think we were in the towel section. And I was trying to find these like 3 months ago, and I could not find them in the cosmetic or the skincare aisle. So Greg and I were looking at some towels. This is where they were at. I was like, what are those doing here? They had a ton of these. Well, these are little scrubbies, and it's for your daily facial care routine. It's a tiny silicone bristles, exfoliates and deep cleans the pores to help to rejuvenate and soften the skin. Well, they have the little handle here, like for your fingers. I put the cleanser on my face, and I just gently wash my face. It is so gentle. So it comes in a little duo pack like that. And again, I found them in the towel area. But, you know, you can check the skincare and the makeup at Walmart. I love these, and these are great. So that's another thing I like to use for my face. The other thing I've been using, it's a Mary Kay. This is a Timewise Repair. It's a revitalizing radiance facial peel. And I wash so I do this every third day. I don't use Retinol. So one day I use like some kind of an exfoliant facial mask, you know, like a peel off mask, or very soft grains. But if you cannot use a soft grain, the peel off mask is really good. And then the second day I use my Retinol 0.5. And then the third day I use some kind of peeling. And what it does, you wash your face has got to be really clean. I put a pump, and it looks like white like that. I lay it over my face. I leave it on for about 10 minutes, and then I rinse. It kind of tingles it, so it's like working. And then I feel like I rinse till it stops stinging. I rinse really well, like 10 times, very lukewarm water. And then I do my serums, and then I moisturize. My skin feels wonderful. Now, I do get this, you know, I do get this for myself. That's why I do Mary Kay for myself. But there is something else over the counter, and I'm going to try this. It is L'Oreal New Bright Reveal Dark Spots Exfoliant Peel. And it's 25% AHA, BHA, and PHA. It's a fast visible results for dark spots, post-acne marks, and texture for your face. It says here, dark spots, exfoliating peel. It's has alpha hydroxy acids, blend of glycolic, lactic, and mandelic acids. Exfoliates intensely to help reduce the look of dark spots and post-acne marks. Let me put my glasses on. Beta hydroxy acid helps visible reduce the look of pores and imperfections and retexturizes the skin. And polyhydroxy acid gently resurfaces the skin surface cells for brighter and smoother skin. Now, it says here, after one use, skin looks instantly brighter and feels retexturized and softer. After 2 weeks, post-acne marks looks visibly faded, skin looks resurfaced and dramatically brighter. After 3 weeks, 12 uses, okay, dark spots look visibly faded and pores appear reduced and skin looks dramatically improved and healthier. Powerful exfoliation. After 1 week, 4 uses, exfoliating strength equivalent to 1 superfacial pro peel. All right, so they're saying first week, you're supposed to use it 4 times. Second week would be 8, because another 4 times would be 8 uses. And then after the 3rd week, you should have 12 uses because you've done it 4 times that week too. I can't do that. So I'm going to have to go like because what I do, the first week I use a mask, then I use my retinol, and then I would use this. And then the 4th day, my skin I won't use anything. And then I start up again. So it's going to take me a little while, but I just bought this. It's brand new. And it looks like this. And I'm going to shake it up and I'm going to try this. So I'm going to start this on Sunday, but I'm not going to do both. It's either going to be one or the other. So this one, I'm going to see how I work with this, because I've tried one before and I really broke out really bad. That's why I always use this one. I get no irritation. But this is over the counter at the drugstore. So I'm going to try it, but I'm not going to do it 4 times in 1 week because I know my skin won't tolerate that. But I'm going to try it out and I will do a video on it. Okay. If I show any type of irritation, I'm going to quit using it. I will. And then I will still go back to this. But I will try this and see if it works for people that can buy it over the counter. And you can see how it looks like. So there's that. So I wanted to share all this information today about prepping our skin for summer, for shorts, for dresses and bathing suits, or whatever you wear. I just wanted to show something that you can use to get your bodies prepared for the summer season and even including spring season. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment. And I want to thank all my new friends. And I always want to thank all my friends that keep coming back and supporting me. I appreciate all of you. And I love all of you. And I really, truly mean that. Okay? So I will see you, and I love you all, on my next video. Bye.